Trigger warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
Put them up, right? I don't like putting people's messages up, but if I'm forced into a corner, I will put them up. So what she said, she come to me asking about Tony, and I said, listen, Steph, I said, how I talk, hello, baby, how are you? I said, but what I want to say to you, don't come to me asking anything about Tony. What Tony said to me is she didn't back us up. So the best thing I can do is redirect you back to Alex. And if you need answers about Tony, the person I suggest you speak to is Alex herself. And that was the last contact I ever had with her. Ever since then, she's tried every which way for other creators to contact me. Yes, I've seen the messages when they're saying, Steph wants to speak to you. Steph wants to know, can she speak to you? This, that, and the other. And I've chose to ignore them. I've chose not to get involved. So Alex, what I'm saying, if I wanted to cause hate, I could have done it a long time ago. Not at all. All I do is an F page and I've reacted what you fetch to the app. You fetch. And then, in my opinion, can I tell you something? Then you can speak all you want. When you got arrested and you got your phones took, then you come to the app and said, I got arrested and got the phones, but I got them straight back. That to me was like a big fuck you, Steph. You're still not doing this to me. They've done nothing, and that's the way I feel. So you then give her the thing to put them 2 videos out. This is the way it's played out, and I'm hearing it no different. So that's the way it's felt. So yous both fetch it to the app, and then I'll say it to your face, Alex, you baited her by saying about, yes, you got arrested and your phone's took. She's come directly back with them 2 videos that she put out, right? Then, even the other day, after whatever had happened, whatever had caused it, I think, oh, you said I'd done enough. You know, when you joked about the boat, and I thought, oh, he's having a bit of banter, I'm going to go back at him with banter. But you know what happened there? And I'm going to tell you what happened there. Frankie was fucked off with you, thought you were telling them lies again. You're going on the boat, you said nothing. So this is what started it all off for the joke you put out where I carried on. And I'm just being truthful. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, it was for me. It was banter. Yeah, 100%.
Thank you. So, did you and Frankie have words over this after about, are you going on the boat or are you not? Or for this whole thing to kick off?
He asked me the question if I was going on the boat, and I said no.
I knew it, right? Frankie hasn't said this to me, by the way, but I know how you work. And the same day you had the banter, I had the banter back. So this is what kicked this whole storm off, right? I don't get in Frankie's head about you. If Frankie, one time, this morning I've called you every name I could lay my tongue to this morning on the phone to Frankie, right? Frankie had your back very much, and so did Amy, right? Told me you're feeling this way, but when I was fucked off this morning with Alex, when you said, I don't feel like I can carry on this, that and the other, and you went on about me. That's what I'm fucked off this morning. Let me tell you something. If I was feeling that way, and I was thinking, I'd walk away from the app. I'm sorry, my family, my friends, and my life is more important to me than a fucking app. So please, if that's ever on my head, it's on nobody else's, it's on me.
Oh, I think everyone has different escape methods, you know what I mean? Like some people...
don't use me for your escape, Alex. Please don't ever do that.
No, I'm not listening. You're listening, you're jumping, you're not letting me finish what I'm saying.
Put the boxes to 2 people, mods, if you can, because I haven't got a fucking clue how this happened there. That's better.
Yeah. Listen, you jumped there. You didn't let me respond. I wasn't talking about like me blaming you. What I'm saying is this app is an escape, you know, like I've used this app as an escape on my own platform. I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying that you've done it.
Sorry, Alex, 1 minute. Nobody else in these boxes, unless Steph wants to come in, she can get in the box, because I ain't been a part of these lies.
Right, and at the end of the day, like I said earlier on, I was like, yeah, okay. Like, the thing is, when people are saying you're blaming Pearl, I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming for you to continue the conversations, even though what I do believe, and I will be honest, people choose to play what they choose to play. Just because it's on social media and it's on TikTok, it doesn't mean you have to speak about it, do you? Let's be honest. We choose what we talk about, do we not?
Go on, I'm letting you talk.
No, but to be honest, do you choose what you play?
Do I favourite me videos, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. So we all choose what we play just because something's on an app.
And you chose to bring it to the app, you and Steph.
Yeah,
You're both as bad. You know my opinion. You're both as bad as each other. You don't want each other, but you don't want each other to move on, Alex. Let's be real. Come on, let's stop with the cryptic shit. Lay it on the table and just be truthful. And when it's truthful and I ain't getting the blame for anything, we move on. And that's it. And I don't give two flying fucks about your relationship. Nothing to do with me. And if I did, if I wanted to be invested, you know, like all your crypt was saying this morning, she's just a fucking gossip. She's a nosy this, and you've called us as well. Nosy this, that and the other. She's chucking hatred to you. She wants this on you. If I wanted it, I could have let Steph get in contact with me. I didn't want that. But what everybody's forgetting as well, Alex, me and you were friends and I know the way that you work. And that's why I said I ain't shutting it down. Shutting nothing down. If you say something on the app and I want to play it, I'll play it. But go on, Alex.
The thing is, Paul, like I said, you've already made your mind up, and that's fair enough.
No, I'm fine to drop it. I'm fine to drop it, but as long as you say this has nothing to do with me, which it's not, because if it is, I want you now to say what part of this is my fault, where am I to blame, and how was this turned around from Canadian Angie, Donna, Luke, Blaster, Steph, to me? How's it turned around to me?
Oh no, I was talking on who was continue talking about it. That's what I mentioned. If you actually look at what I was saying on today, and
Delusive Angie spoke on it for months. Canadian Angie spoke on it for months. Corey spoke on it for God knows how long. And Corey even come out and validated what I'm saying, that there was lots of different stories that was being told. You were telling him lies, as well as you were telling Blaster lies, as well as whoever else you've been telling lies.
That was my mistake, though, and I've owned that. It literally is me. Not telling, because people used to tell me, Pearl, don't give anyone your personal information, and that's where I look like a liar. And it's because certain people didn't deserve to know what was going on. So
why tell them anything at all? Why get to send them a lie?
Because sometimes
this is why people are investigating it, and so much. If somebody's coming on and saying, Pearl said this, well, she said this to me, she said that. Of course there's going to be fucking lives sparked up, Alex. Of course they're going to say, well, so that's making me look like a liar because I'm going what he said, and the other one's saying he didn't say that because he said this to me. Come on, Alex. Come on, you have to take accountability.
Yeah, I have. I've taken accountability on a lot of things I've done. But it's not easy when people are going, oh, is this? You don't know me.
So can I ask you one serious question? Do you feel like I've pushed you to the brink and that you want to basically, like, do something?
No, not you directly, no. I think it's a accumulation of a lot of things on social media with a lot of people are firing up and hammering me. And when I know myself as a person, remember, you know me to a certain extent because we've spoken, we had a decent friendship and stuff, well, I believe anyway. And other people that know me, like Donna, not so much Luke, because me and Luke never had that friendship really like that, but me and Donna had a friendship, so she kind of knows me to a certain extent. But there's certain people that go, oh yeah, this person's this person's this, but you don't understand. And
Alex, you used to do that to me. Remember back in the day when you used to say, don't trust them, those all around you now. They don't like you, they're getting in your ear, they're making you do and say, Alex, don't you dare, you dare. If we're being truthful and putting cards on the table, don't you dare.
Pearl, right, just be honest, yeah, I will agree to anything that you're saying now.
Well, take that back, Alex. You not agreeing to anything that I say. Tell the truth.
Paul,
if I'm saying a lie, say I'm a liar.
Paul, you're not listening to me. I've only done what every other person does in friendships. If I'm seeing things that I don't agree with, and I'm saying that things that people are turning against. So
you admit you've done all of that to us.
But you've done the same to me. You've done
who did I tell you to keep away from or don't trust?
No, but what I'm saying is, you came to me, Pearl, off the back of that racism thing, yeah? And you come and you crying on the phone to me saying,
I find you come to me.
No. You
Pearl. Come to me. Where the fuck am I going to say, please find me Alec Briggin's phone number, I need to speak to him? You came to me.
Pearl, we remain friends.
We did. But don't make out you and be protector, Alex, because you played fucking mind games with me.
No,
telling us I was going to get 5 years and things. Don't you dare play with a martyr a knight on a white horse. Don't.
Pearl, I'm not playing any martyrs. You're not listening to me. This is the problem. You're just jumping. Let me speak, please. And then you can say if I'm lying or
stop with your lies and I won't butt in.
Right. Off the back of that situation when you're saying about, about the 5 years, that was corrected straight away on the same phone call. I proved that. I proved it, Pearl, because I said
go on, you've proved that. Go on.
You said to me that...
What's the other thing I've done to you so bad, Alex? What was the other thing?
You haven't done anything that bad to me. I always said to you that
You ended our friendship, not me, by what you were doing to us. Just for the little thing. You were telling Frankie all kinds. And if Frankie's in the live now, I don't care. It's out on the table today. You were telling Frankie all lies. You were telling Frankie the same things you were telling me to keep away from certain people. They don't want you around. You're not big enough for them. They don't do this, that, and the other. But you were also telling him the lies that you were telling me. But then, as time went on, we got speaking and everybody thinks I put my claws into Frankie about you. Not at all. If Frankie wants to come up and answer, wait a minute, answer one thing, have I ever said, I'm going to get that cunt, I'm going to take him down, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. What I've said to Frankie was, I can't believe you done that to our friendship. That's what's said to Frankie.
I know that never happened. I'll be honest. Frankie's never once said that to me, that you've ever done that. So I don't need to ask that question because I know that.
Don't make out I'm trying to destroy your platform, take you, like Steph's told you, because I've heard you say it this morning. Yes, I was in there on a fake account. Somebody said Alex is going in and he's crying, he's doing this, and I'm getting a mention. I went in. You said, Steph was saying, Pearl doesn't like you. She's trying to take your platform down. She's doing. I've never tried. It doesn't interest me. What?
Yeah, but that's no lies. I didn't lie there.
Right, well, I'm just saying, why can't you be open and honest about things? You're straight to that. That's no lie, because that was a fact what happened. I have never once, tell Steph to show the proof, tell her to show a message, tell her to even show if I've ever contacted her. Tell her to show that.
Oh, you can ask a question. You know, when you said that, like, I was telling you these things, and that's fair enough if you know.
You were.
You were. Yeah. Can I just speak, please?
You've also said it to Frankie too.
Yeah, please let me speak. But did you not, when we spoken about, that when you obviously, when you did the thing...
Don't bring the racism into it. We're not speaking about that. We're speaking about our friendship.
No, but that's what happened, because you're saying that I was in your head and I was saying all these things, right? And you're saying, yeah, you did. But if you remember the conversation we had, you said, fuck Luke, fuck Cockapoo.
Yeah, when you all walked away, yes, and I've said it to your faces since.
And what did I say to you? Well, if people are that quick to walk away from you, then they're no longer your friends. I said to you...
They were never your friends. That's what you said. And that's where the trail started. And I've never held back. There was only Donna never walked away from me. I come on the app and I was very vocal about it too.
Yeah. Do you believe I'm in the wrong for saying that then?
No, it wasn't you. Alex, please stop, Alex. At every given chance, you told me, don't trust these people. They're not your friends. This is when I was back speaking to them. They're not your friends. Don't trust them. They're telling you, things, knowing how you are, how reactive you are. That's what they're doing to you. Please, Alex, stop gaslighting me. Stop still trying to twist this around. I want you to be, for once on the app, if never again, just be direct and put on the table things that was said, that was done. Stop with the gaslighting, please. Not this morning. I'm not about it this morning. I don't care. Whatever I say, I can say in 12 months because it's the truth. Please, Alex, stop making a cunt out of me. Oh. And you know you're crypt. Stop with the hate. When they do it, that's why I don't stop my comments from saying anything. If it's good on one platform, it's good on another. All of this pettiness needs to fucking stop. But you know who the main instigator is? You.
I'm not an instigator, though, Paul.
You are.
What have I instigated, Paul?
Oh, Alex. Right,
Paul,
go on.
so
what else were you saying, Alex?
Because if I'm off the app,
if you don't want me to speak on things you bring to the app, just tell us now and I won't speak about it. I will respect your wishes.
No, Paul, you freely speak to how you want. If you choose to speak about anything, you do. But
so that's gaslighting again. So if you put a clip out there, like you've put this morning, like the one with, and this is to you, Pearl Price, when you were on with Zach, I've got it. So why are you putting to me, mentioning my name? Hold on.
It's hard to talk sometimes.
No, because I'm not being made a lie yet, right? So why are you putting a direct thing out to me, knowing fine well I'm going to speak on it? Don't do that, Alex. If you don't want me to react to you, don't do that.
Yeah, and I agree,
This is what I'm saying. This is how you gaslight people. You were on with Zach with that pitiful little fucking voice. And then, hold on.
This is what I mean. This is where you don't understand. It wasn't a pitiful voice, Paul.
Right, hold on.
It'd be easy to blame other people, but if you want me to be totally open and honest and transparent with everyone regarding this situation and the situations on the app currently, then, I could have done things a bit better. I could have done things way better.
You done it off your own back. You were loyal to the people that you believed in at the time, and look how they...
Yeah, I agree with that. That's when I agree with you 100%.
That's it. You can't fault your loyalty, mate. You can't fault your loyalty. You've done it off your own back because you were loyal to the people that you believed and trusted in and thought you were going to be friends with for longevity. And look where it's got you. At the moment you started doing well, now look at the shit you're getting.
Seeing a bit, Jess, mate. But the thing is, what I want people to realise is the ones that are throwing all the hate at me now, right? Just remember that once upon a time I was loyal with you and I had your back and I was getting hate off the back of being friends with you.
Very this.
So sometimes just have a little bit of more compassion when you're throwing out hate because, like I said, I had a lot of shit, and this is to you, Pearl Price. I had a lot of shit supporting you off the back of what you did. Had hate come back.
And you know why you chose to do that, Alex? Because it fetched numbers into your room. It got you noted onto the app. You were playing the martyr on the white horse. I didn't ask you to ever do anything. I'd never once asked you to have my back on this app. So you're going on there and you're on with Mr. Pratt who done the identical same thing. Yous and that video were two peas in a pod. That's what fucks me off. You giving a direct thing for me, knowing fine well I'm going to react. If you don't want me to speak on anything, Alex, don't do that to me. That's what I'm saying to you.
Okay, Paul, can I ask an honest question?
Yes, I'll always be honest.
Okay. So, how can you say that I stuck up for you off the back of that racism thing for numbers when your numbers are dropped?
Because you wanted them all into yours. That's why.
But your numbers have dropped massively, so what benefit was me?
What's numbers doing to it? I come on and took accountability, something that you would never know about, Alex. You only take accountability for the little bits you want to. You know, to keep that little breadcrumb trail out. That's what you do. And that's your problem, Alex. When I fuck up, and I fucked up massively, I nearly got myself cancelled. And by the way, nobody can cancel you. If you sat with one person, nobody can cancel you. But I put it right. I allowed people in the boxes to let them know, to let them tell me how I made them feel. And that went on for quite a while, and it still fucking goes on now, and I still get it. But don't say you protected us, Alex, because you didn't. You did not.
Pearl, you just said about numbers.
Yes, you were there for us as a friend. I'm not taking that away for you, but you didn't protect us. You thought, like you did with Angie, you've done it all the time on the app. You've called Angie the worst of the worst, right? You make these AIs. You take the piss constantly out of women, Alex. Let's be real and put everything on the table. Why is people not going to react back to you? And you know why? Because you make it feel like they're going mad and it's their fault. Now stop it, Alex. This is why you get as much shit. Be a man. Stop with your cryptic talk. If you're naming somebody, you're going to say it, just say it direct. Fuck, rip the plaster off. If you get a bit of hate, like you've said, you've had loads of hate through me, but rip the plaster off and get it out there and just deal with it. Deal with it. And people, I think they'd understand you a bit more because they don't. You could be on live for 7 hours and you never ever let anybody know, not once, what you're on about. It's so cryptic, and you drop them breadcrumbs so you think, well, this and will think it's about them, that and will think it's about them, that and will think it's about... That's what you do, Alex. That's where you go totally wrong. That is what you do.
Yeah, but I don't intentionally do these things. I know you're saying that, you know, it's pre-planned. I don't know, Pearl. It's just me as a person.
And that's you, and you know what that is as a person, sly as fuck. You know when Frankie wants you to come on camera, you know when Frankie says, get on camera, right, Alex? Yes, I know I'm going about your clipping teeth and this, that and the other. And I did say, like you call me Prune Price, we go and have them digs at each other, right? Come on, you've given it out for years. You're going to be entitled to take it back. The other night I said, play acting. He's come on, you've been on screen before, Alex, right? So why was it all this nervous Nora little routine? And like, you didn't know where you were looking around and whatever. Alex, come on, you've been on camera.
Pearl, it wasn't even an act. This is what I mean. You're saying, but it's only your opinion. This is the problem here. Just because it's your opinion doesn't mean your opinion.
Why were you nervous when you've been on camera before? It wasn't a big deal. Yeah, I could understand if it was the very first time.
I'm not a confident person.
Why do you give a fuck what anybody thinks about you on this app? I'm not confident, but you rip me a new one on a daily. How do you think that makes me feel? But do I cry on about it? No, I go back at you.
But do I go that deep? Ever?
Prune Price and these little AIs. Angie, you go on about Angie sleeping with her dad, with the dog, putting Angie across the screen, going on about, you're constantly going at looks. So how do you know I'm not insecure about my looks, me wrinkles and me crinkles? I'm not, by the way, because I don't give a fuck. And if I give a fuck, I'd go on about it even more. But how is it okay for you to do all of this, but it's not? When we do it back to you, it's bullying, Alex.
Oh, okay then. So you mentioned you called me Big Sweat for months, and then I called you Prune Price, which is a
And
reaction.
I'm sure I'll still call you Big Sweat in the future. I'll call it to your face. Listen, Alex, stop taking the app so serious. If the app's affecting you that much, why are you still on the app? You say you're taking all of this shit. It's putting you in this place and you're doing this. Alex, please, I swear on my kids' lives, I don't wish no bad on you. I never have. There's not one person on this app I wish any bad on, right? People I don't like the fucking ways what they've got, but I don't wish no bad. I'd never see any hurt come to anybody in the real life, and certainly not on TikTok for people I don't know. But you know, and I've got to say this, you putting out that you need this app for a release. Steph wanted you to leave the app and build a life with her. You the one that chose not to do it, Alex.
Yeah,
but you blaming everybody else around for the decision you made. You could have had a happy life because you were good together.
Yeah, but that's my mistake, though, isn't it? That's a mistake.
You can still rectify that mistake now. You can still rectify it. Go on.
No.
It's obvious you and Steph have still got something there. It's not a tap, Alex. You don't turn your feelings off. There's a lot going on with you and Steph. So now, if you truly, truly wanted Steph and to make a life, make a little family, move on and be happy, you'd say, am I really taking a phone over me real life, making myself unhappy when I can be happy? I can have a family, move on and have beautiful days, go on holidays, go and do a normal person. But no, we're a bit. Me crypt. Now, no, I have to stick with them. Alex, come on.
But yeah, I agree. I agree with you. So not every, we
so
are.
lay the cards on the table. Do you still love Steph? I'm asking you an honest question because I think Steph still loves you and very much so.
Of course I do.
Right. So why aren't you prepared then to say, right, Steph, come on, let's give it 6 months. I'll walk away from the app for 6 months. Me and you, see if we build this life. I'm not going to lay all my eggs in one table or in one basket. But I'm laying my cards on the table. I truly love you. I want you to be a part of my life. I want us to move forward. Fuck TikTok. Fuck all this talking. They're not important. We don't know anybody on the app. They're not our friends. If we love each other, let's concentrate on each other. Go away. Live our life. If it doesn't work, we've tried. Then come back to the app. Why can't you do that? If you truly love her.
Because, Pearl, just because you love someone, it doesn't mean it's right either. You know what I mean? You can love someone and just realise, that there for me is dead now. Yeah, you can love someone. You can be absolutely excited with someone. Pearl,
so why are you still, if it's not here for you no more, why are you still talking about it, Alex? Why are you making it a big thing? Why are you crying on live for? Why, if it's done, say that's it, and I mean it. If anyone in my crypt speaks about this no more, I'm not putting no more videos out to give everybody the opportunity to react to them like I've just listened there. Don't do that then, Alex. Don't mention Steph's name. Walk away. Stop going and doing whatever you're doing. I think it's come to the point that we're now. Create a new life, go and get yourself somebody new. But, my advice to you, when you get in a relationship again, Alex, don't bring it to the app. Even if it goes bad, there's that chance you can get back together. Don't bring your personal life. I'm a big fuck. Chantel the other night had a meltdown again on the app, right? Everybody's, why don't you phone and why don't you do this? Because I have talks with Chantel behind the scenes, and I'm going to say, when you bring your fucking traumas and you're crying, screaming and sicking up to the app, you're giving everybody the God-given fucking right to speak on you. You tried to make me look like a cunt in that situation again. When Chantel rang you, it was in January. And then I know how to work with Chantel. You don't know her in the real life. I do. I know how Chantel works. When I get fucked off and I go into depression and I'm feeling low and maybe I don't want to be here no more, I take myself out the situation. I don't answer a call to nobody. I do it off the app. Just because I come on here and be a cunt, Alex, I'm not a cunt. Stop what you do. Alex, you're getting me mad because...
I'm not doing anything, Paul. I'm just sitting here listening.
You're sitting, I can tell in your voice how you smirk and I can hear what...
I'm not smirking,
This is it, Alex. And this is your little false persona behind...
What do you mean I'm not laughing?
Behind that green screen. If you're going to give this many opinions out and take the cunt out of people, come off your green screen and do it. Because you're two different people. You're totally different people.
I'm not smirking. I'm not laughing. I don't...
Alex, listen, I know how you are in the real life. I don't think this is going anywhere. But my advice to you, me baby, please... You either want Steph or you don't. So either go make a life for Steph, fuck TikTok off. Top Girl wants to know, can she come in? I don't know if there's anything to say to you or to me. Is that okay? I'm asking before she comes in.
Your platform, nothing to do with me, mate.
Are you and Top Girl okay?
Yeah, I've got no issue. It's your platform. I've got no issue of being in. It's your platform.
Right.
I just came in because Pearl was getting frustrated, and I just thought, Pearl, give yourself 2 minutes. Alex, I feel like you're hearing it, but you're not listening to what everybody's saying and what Pearl's saying. Like even last night, you blame Pearl. This morning, you blame Pearl when you was with Angie, right? So stop with the fucking gaslighting bullshit, right? And stop being cryptic. Just say what you want with fucking chest, right? Stop going around all these fucking shitty avenues that you're going around, and just tell the truth. What the fuck is going on? If you really wanted a life and you was... Yeah, last night, 2:00 in the morning, you said you're not going to talk about it and you're done this, that and the other. I played another video yesterday. You said you're not going to talk about it. And then you come on again and started talking about it. So who's using it for Montrugin? And shall I tell you why I know you're using it for Montrugin? Last night in your live, you said, I've got a 7-day ban and I don't care about it. Today, you came on your backup because you had a 7-day ban and you had your gifts on. If you didn't care about the gifts,
Okay.
you would have come... Wait, I've not finished my sentence.
Okay.
You would have come on your main account and you would have stayed on like you did last night. But no, Alex Brigham came on his backup so he could go with the Montrugin.
Okay,
Stop with your fucking bullshit.
Okay, it's bullshit, is it? Speak to Bert now. You know the point system that we've all got on our accounts? You know the point system? You got a point system, you know, if you get violations and stuff, you lose points, yeah? Mine's on its desperate fucking doors. I got a violation last night while live as well. I got a -3 points again, right? So my account's on its last legs. So I didn't want to go live today, ranting and raving, get another violation. I can show you this. So you're now lying, Top Girl, saying it's for monetary gain. I've earned today...
That's my opinion. That's not a lie. How can you say my opinion's a lie?
I've earned £20 today.
How can you say my opinion's a lie?
But it is though, innit? Because you're there.
No,
You're trying to push hate on me.
No,
yes,
it's not.
you are.
No, it's not.
You are trying to push hate, saying I'm doing it for monetary gain.
Because that's my opinion. That's what I
Full
saw.
of
And
shit,
I'm
Top
talking...
Girl. Full of shit.
Can we please not shout? Because that's my
You
opinion. Do
started
not call
shouting.
my
You've come in this
opinions a
box.
lie.
You've come in this
That's not
box,
Stonewall facts. Okay?
Yeah, you're just a joker.
So are you. Last night, for 3 days, you're saying people need to stop using it as ammunition. You're using it for ammunition. You are.
Who? How?
You.
How?
I just give you examples.
2 days I didn't speak about it, and you purposely...
And then you've come on
another
again this
platform-
morning
No.
talking about it.
I had no... Do you know the reason why I fired up today? Is because I heard what was said in another live.
What, my live?
No, not yours,
Whose live?
actually. CA's.
But Alex, weren't you again talking to Sia after she does you wrong, calls you a nonce, calls you a this, that and the other, and then went back to her, now she doesn't like you again, then you're going back to her. Listen, you started saying things to everybody else. You're going to Angie, this, that and the other. Now you've gone and said sorry to Angie. You're a fucking joke. Sort your head out, sort your life out. You're ruining real life relationships for this fucking
Top Girl.
app.
Let me speak, Top Girl, because this is what I mean. You constantly talk. So you're now saying to me that, oh, you fucking gone to Angie. Angie said your kid should have gone to social services, but you still went back to her and sit on her platform.
Angie wished DV on your daughter, and you still went back to her and apologised to her.
Okay, that's my choice. So what's the difference between me and you, Top Girl?
No, but I don't fucking sit here and say, why are you going to Angie?
You're a massive hypocrite.
All of us.
You are full of shit.
You belittled all of us.
How do I belittle you? There's no difference between me and you.
This woman wished DV on you. Now you start battling her. Did you not?
It doesn't matter.
Now it doesn't matter.
But I'm not the one blaming you. I'm not the one saying to Top Girl, you shouldn't have been friends with her.
Alex,
listen, Alex,
you're not listening to the hypocrisy in your own words. You said to 1 minute, Frankie. You said to Miss Red, this woman wished DV on you, yet you sat battling her now, and now this woman wished DV on your child, and you went and apologized to her. The hypocrisy.
But am I monetising off it? If I'm battling, am I doing any of this? No.
Well, you were sat there.
It's a massive difference.
Hey,
So
listen,
you're-
Alex, listen to me, bro. You wanted to come in here to speak to Pearl, yeah? in all due respect, me and Top Girl will drop.
Yeah, I'll drop.
Sort it out, like you was just saying. Fuck, who cares about money? Clearly, everyone, including myself, goes on TikTok for money. But what we're trying to say is, and Alex, you do care about this woman. You are at your end of your tether. You are feeling a certain way. So get it fucking sorted with Pearl, mate, because now it's just gone ridiculous. I'm sitting here listening, thinking you're getting somewhere, then nothing happens. Be honest, like I keep telling you while you're in the box. Be honest and tell them how you feel. You are.
That's all I
obviously at
just
the
said
end
to
of
him.
your
Be
fucking
honest.
tether,
Stop
bro.
going around the avenues and tell us straight what's going on.
Yeah, just say how you feel, Alex. And like I've spoke to you today, like you're not in a good place, bro. So there's no point in sitting there saying, "Oh, Top Girl, you're full of shit," because there's no point in this. What you're doing, bro. You asked me to get you to speak to Pearl. You're in Pearl's box now, arguing with Top Girl. There's a lot
Right,
of
I'll
things
drop
that have been
down.
said
That's all I
between
wanted to
you
say.
two
Love you, Pearl.
that needs
Okay,
to be
love you,
spoken
bye.
about, bro. You don't want to be coming on this app anymore, Alex. Be honest with everyone and hearing that you're fucking this, that, and that, and this has been said. Like you've said your piece. If she ever says her piece, you're never going to be able to stop it. It's always going to happen. But you want to start recuperating relationships with people that you fell out
I'm
with on
even
this app.
willing, Frankie, for
just speak
not
to her, bro.
Stacey, what you call her, Steph, to come in the box and we'll get this all sorted out one way or the other. Because I think Alex and Steph's going to end up back together. That's my thing.
I know,
And-
like Alex,
and
I
good
know
if he
you care
does.
about her, bro. Yeah, and I'm not going to go into it because obviously you are mentioning it, but I know you care. But I also know the reason you come into this box is because of the way you are feeling, bro. Like mentally in yourself. I never would have messaged Pearl and said he needs to talk to you because I'm a bit worried about the geezer. You are feeling a certain way. Fuck everyone else. Like I've said to you 100 times, TikTok is good in a certain way. Don't make it your whole life. Don't try and act up for other people, bro. Speak to Pearl. I'm gonna drop down. Get it sorted, mate. You don't want this shit every single day. You calling her Pearl prawn, whatever you call her, and then her calling you big
Listen,
sweat.
no, that's fine.
acceptable. That's just drama talk. But what we're doing now, we're going deep diving into everyone's lives, bro, and it's fucking disgusting. So
But what I'm not having, Frankie,
speak
and I
about
really
it.
mean this, I'm not having it under no way, shape or form. This morning, what has been said, it's like everybody else has got a free pass. Everybody that has been in contact with Steph, for me, I'm the one that kept turning it away, ignoring it. I didn't want no contact. I wouldn't let her in the box the other day. But Alex is jumping from box to box to box to box. He wants her to stop, but he's still going into everybody's lives speaking about. And it's basically come out this morning and said, I'm going to say it in a nutshell. Because what I feel he's doing this morning is, I'll say, that S side baiting. That's how I feel this morning because I cried with temper this morning.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Pearl. I know what you're saying, but maybe he's not getting it across right to you because I've spoke to this geezer this morning, right? Me and Amy had a fallout last night. I went and met Alex. He said to me, if you need someone to talk to, come down. You know what? Listen, I was seeing Alex. I'm going to be honest with you. Alex was watching a live yesterday when I was with him, and I looked at his eyes and I could see a broken man. I didn't say anything to him at the time. I've woke up this morning and Amy said, Alex is live. He's upset. I said, I ain't going into drama talk. Drama talk's starting to get a better of my own life. I'm getting stressed. I've rang Alex, said, what's going on? He's told me, and I know this man is broken. I'm not going to hound him no more. If I have any issues with Alex, I'm going off the app. I'm going to speak to Alex. Like, I don't do this drama talk, and I don't care if anyone's going to say anything now. Alex needs to sit here and admit, yo, I'm a big man, but I am fucking broken. I'm broken from a woman. I'm broken from myself bringing it on this app. I'm broken from people going at me. This is my truth. Say your truth and leave it at that. No, everyone's got an opinion. I could tell you all that I've got a six-pack and you'll all say I haven't. But I could believe I have. This is all make-believe, this TikTok is. But what we're doing here, we're going deep into each other's lives and we're hurting each other. Calling each other names on a
100%
daily
agree.
basis is sound. You can do that, prawn price, fucking big sweat. It's just what you fucking do. You've got your own community. You've got your own community. That's what TikTok is. But what you're doing now, you are, Alex, open it. You need to sit in this box and be open.
There you
Saying,
go.
I'm
That's
not
it in a
feeling good.
nutshell. That's exactly it in a nutshell, Barn. From anything else, be honest and open. Lay the cards on the table. End it today. Either
I know,
end it or
I
mend
know
it
Alex is in a
and
good
move
place.
on.
From a man looking at another man last night, I seen it, man. This geezer is not in a good place. He does not need this shit. And you need to be open and honest, Alex. And people are going to hate on you and say it anyway, but they're the ones that are not going to be there for you anyway. So, but I'm going to drop down. You two have the chat, Alex, because this is what you wanted, okay?
Thanks, Frankie.
And before anyone else jumps in and says I'm controlling him, I'm not. I speak to this geezer all the time about this. I feel sorry for him now.
Yeah, it's not. It's genuine. I know people are gonna have their opinions, but the people that don't like me know me. Don't know me, so it's not about S-baiting, I can assure you now. That's not what I want to do. And that's why earlier on when people was getting worried, I instantly jumped on the computer and said, look, I'm okay. I was on the phone call. You know what I mean? I could have said no, guys, but it wasn't the case at all.
And why I've done this on the platform is because Alex wanted a conversation, and I'm sorry, I'm not in that trustworthy place to have the conversation offline. Everything's been done online, so I didn't want to go around the back doors. I wanted it to be online. Whatever
fine.
we've got to say to each other, like this morning when Angie, like when you were on live with Angie, and she was saying, like Pearl speaking about it, Alex, she said the worst on you. She's called you everything. She's called you child. She said you DV'd your child, you'd done all of this. And exactly what Top Girl said, you wouldn't apologise to her. But this morning, the way you made me feel, I'm being truthful with you, like I was the one, the most worst out of everything when I'm only reacting what you've put out there. Do you understand where I'm coming from? You know what I'm like. I'm a reactive person. I get mad. Sometimes I cried with temper this morning. When I come off the phone with Frankie, I cried with temper.
Yeah.
And do you know who told us? Do you know who told me? Don't you dare go on that live while you mad like you are now. You know, Cockapoo, I phoned her and I went, oh my God, I can't believe. She went, calm down. You know what she said to me? She went, Alex is hurting. She said, and also, so are you hurting. And I said, no, Cockapoo, you're not getting what I'm saying. He's turned it. He wants no hate on everybody else, but he's directing it my way. And you weren't doing that to me, Alex. That's the way you made us feel.
Well, I don't care if I get backlash off my own community. I apologise if that's what you feel that I did. I didn't intentionally mean to do anything.
No, don't say I apologise if that's what you feel. You either apologise, Alex, or you don't.
No, that is still an apology. But what I'm saying is, it's not what I intentionally.
It's not. You can say I apologise if that's the way I feel. I've just told you. That's the way I feel.
I apologise then.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
And I apologise what I've said to you. There you go. It's squashed. But all I'm saying, Alex, please, if you don't want this to speak, stop firstly coming on. I can't tell you what to do when you're live. But if it was me and I'm saying, that's it, I don't want to speak about anything, don't keep bringing it to the app. Don't keep dropping them little breadcrumbs. And certainly don't keep getting in people's boxes and even make out that you're answering to the comments. If you want to speak about it, speak about it. If you don't, leave it at that.
We are both reactive people, aren't we? Mm-hmm. And you would, if someone was saying stuff about you which wasn't true, you'd fire up a live 100%, wouldn't you?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
Exactly.
But Alex, let's not forget who fetched you to the app. You.
Me, yeah. And I've said that. I'm the one to blame, of course, but I'm not the one to blame spreading lies. You know what I mean? There's been other platforms, not your platform actually, other platforms, Canadian Angie's, is saying that this is the situation, which is a lie. Do you know what I mean? They're lying. So I'm going to defend myself when there's a lie there.
So you're still going to speak about if somebody says something, you're still going to...
No. I'm nipping it in the bud now.
You're not even going to answer, when you know, like how you usually say, I've answered, no, I only answered to a comment. You're not going to do that.
No.
I don't want to speak about something. And there's lots of things goes on in my life, Alex, lots of things, right? What never in a lifetime will I bring it to the app. And you know, for the simple reason why, this.
No, I'm not speaking about it anymore. It's dead in the water for me now. Like, I'll let everything deal how it needs to be dealt with. I ain't speaking about it no longer. Because I'm a worse enemy at times, like, you know, and even though I act out and say things and that, to be fair, behind the, you know, it isn't me as a person. Sometimes I don't recognise myself before on this app sometimes, to be honest.
I think, and this is just my opinion, Alex, what Frankie said there, Frankie speaks to you on a daily basis. I do think you're broken. I'm going to be honest, no, and I think you're broken, right? And that's what makes me think, I know people saying you don't care. There's only you knows how you feel. I think you and Steph will get back together. If it was me, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a fucking whatever, I would go, get yourself the help, because you obviously need help, Alex, right? And don't think for 1 minute that I'm saying this. I'm talking to you just how we used to talk back in the day. You need help. I think you should book an appointment at the doctor's, sort some counselling out, because this is definitely deep-rooted, right? There's problems there that's nothing to do with nobody else, but you need to heal yourself before you can work on everything else around you. And the same goes out to Steph as well.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. And I do feel sorry that you feel this way, but what I'm not going to feel sorry for, what I was mad for, you were blaming me, you were redirecting it to me.
Yeah, I don't expect you to be honest with you.
So I think you do need help. You need to firstly go to a doctor, and the doctor will tell you whatever goes on, but whatever help the doctor offers you, Alex, take it, because you obviously need it. And I think you've let TikTok consume your life. And
Yeah.
it's
I
took
agree.
over your life. That's what it's done. And it happens to lots of people, right? But even with me sometimes, how many times will I go off for a day, 2 days, or just come on and have 10 minutes here and not bother coming? Because I'm helping myself. You can't, if you're in a bad way, and the worst thing you can do is come on and want everybody to say, oh, this is so sad, I don't like to hear you cry. You're giving people that thing to talk about your situation again.
Yeah, I know.
Please, Alex, stop that. And you know what else to stop? Because I think this is where I get called a cunt for being blunt. You get called, what do they call you?
Loads of
What?
things.
Well, I know, but I mean, what's the word when you're cryptic? You
yeah.
get called cryptic because you never actually come out and name people, and then you'll drop a hat and you'll say, they know what they mean. That could mean 20,000 different people, and everybody runs with that little breadcrumb you've dropped, and that's it. Bang, it starts up again, and it always comes back to you. So it's your doing. You have to change your ways, Alex.
Do you know
I'm
what?
willing not to speak on anything.
Yeah.
But
Do
you have to change your ways.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I agree. But the things that makes me laugh is the people going, "Oh, he's in here playing the victim
There
mentality."
you go, you're reacting to the comments, Alex.
I know, but it's
Fuck.
hard, Pearl. You know as well as me. You do it yourself. It's hard.
Yes, not on my personal life, I don't. So
No,
you're
but-
doing exactly what you said you're not going to do.
But it's hard, Pearl, honestly. When people are saying I'm playing the victim, I have not fired up the live and said I'm a victim in any way, shape, or form.
Alex, please, come on, Alex.
Oh, Pearl, I really ain't.
That's the way you've made the whole app feel.
But
Steph's the wrong one.
No, she
You're-
ain't.
That's my opinion. That's just the way that I'm saying. You've made the whole app, for all you say no hate. Alex, come on. You've chucked a lot of hate that way. And Steph's going to get it whichever way. No wonder she's off the app. But you are playing into people's what they want to hear. You're playing into that.
No, I'm saying what I've spoke about.
And I just wish you wouldn't.
I've spoken the truth. That's the difference. People can't say that I've
Why do
spoken.
people on here deserve to know the truth? It's between you and Steph. Stop doing that with your personal life, Alex.
But what am I doing any different, Pearl?
You can come on here, can too. Do your little things, put your little clips up. Not one fucker on this app needs to know anything about your personal life. Nobody.
Okay, can I ask?
When I come on a daily basis and say, yeah, I say, oh, my sister's bad. How's your sister? I say, she's still mourning. She's still here, right? Then there's other bits of things that people know off the app. Yes, I speak to people about things. Do I bring it onto the app? No. And you know for why, Alex? I don't want people on the app knowing about things that's hurting me in the real life, things that's going on. I come on here. They don't want to hear me come on and mourn and chuck my thing out there and then, oh my God, this is happening. I just tell people what they need to know, but not... If that was happening to me, what was happening to you, not in a lifetime would that have ever come out of my mouth to this app. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
And I can't, for the life of me, understand why you done that.
I wasn't thinking straight, Pearl. You know what I mean? I just literally come back home and wasn't thinking
But
straight.
then you could have come on and said, listen, sorry, that's it. I don't know where that come from. It wasn't true. It's the way I'd have made a lie up to shut everybody down and said, listen, it wasn't true. We've had a silly argument. It's not that deep. Ignore me. I was just feeling a little bit a certain type of way. Move on and shut it down. You haven't, Alex. Every given chance you've come live, you put them 2 videos out the other night. They were 10 minutes long, Alex, where you were coming out on about actual things and things what should never come to the app, Alex. Never. So you're your own worst enemy, Alex. That's
I am 100%. I've admitted that. I am my own.
Are you going to go and get the help that you obviously need, Alex? It's up to you. I'm not telling you what to do. You're a big, grown man. But I think you need to work on yourself first, because you have got a beautiful platform. Your community adore you. Whichever way anybody wants to say it, your community adore you. But one thing I would have a little pep talk with your community about, if they say something in the comments, all good and well, none of us can stop the comments, right? Stop. Have a talk to them. Say, if you truly think anything of me, stop jumping in boxes. No wonder people will say, there's somebody gone in again. Then you say, I'm blocked, I can't get in, right? Why are you blocked? Because you come in and they all follow you, and it's all we bullying you.
I have stated that. I have stated that.
Was it Winks, whatever you called it, come in the box the other day and still was telling me I was bullying you?
Yeah, she don't support me no more. But yeah, I did say on my live, I said, guys, I don't need anyone to defend me. I don't need anyone to jump in boxes on my behalf. I've said this.
And you know your way you enforce that, Alex. I'm sorry, and I'm not telling you what to do on your platform. The way you enforce that is say, if I catch one of you in a box, Stacey's the worst culprit. If I catch anybody in a box, that's it. You're not my friend. I've asked you ever so many times, users causing this to come back onto me. If I catch you in a box, fuck off. Because you looking to incite hate towards me now. That's the way you cut that off. I wouldn't be letting mine do it, because I'd say, go fuck off. I've asked you not to do it. Don't do it. If you can't abide by the rules, off you pop.
Yeah, I've always said that, like, I don't need anyone to defend myself. I've got a good platform. I mean, I know it happens in comment sections, you know, like, if anyone goes against it.
You can't stop that.
No, you can't stop that. That's what I mean. But
jumping in boxes, you can stop it.
Yeah,
you can do something about it.
I can't physically stop it, but I can.
But you can say, right, you're not abiding by my wishes. That's causing me hurt. So I'm obviously I'm not important to you. So from now on, off you pop, out blocked. That's the way I deal with it. Me personally, can't tell you which way, but that's what carries it on for you. The people that's jumping in and out of boxes, protecting you and making you look weak.
All right, Gentle Giant, I'm not even looking at the comments anymore because it's aggravating me.
With these Frankie back.
It's just aggravating me.
Alex, I think what this comes down to, mate, as well, is protecting your own peace.
Yeah.
So I can see people saying they need to come off the app. I don't think you need to come off the app. You've built a community.
Don't speak about your personal stuff.
You've built a community that really does support you, bro. So I've said this to you as well, mate.
I'm not sorry, Frankie, I'm not turning me comments off. Is every other live going to turn their comments off?
Leave them on. Leave them on.
Fuck up. If you don't like what you're hearing, fuck off.
It's I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, like we were speaking, Alex, yeah, so you've built a really good community, bro. You know you have. Some of them are really loyal. Some of them I think are questionable, but that's your opinion. Sorry, that's your community. You need to protect your peace, bro. I think you've been a little bit honest in here, but you haven't been 100% honest with yourself.
Agreed.
TikTok has taken you away from real life, but it isn't too late, bro. You can change this. Again, like I says, when we speak about the gym, because you do always talk to me about the gym. So get up in the morning, first thing, get yourself energized, exercise out there, get your body going, get your blood flowing. You can do your TikTok, bro, but again, I also think you need to do a bit more maybe real life content, get involved with what people are doing, like Pearl's doing the bars, DG's doing Scrum with Dan. I just feel like the gossip talk is no good for anyone's mental health, bro. Whether you're involved or you're just in comments, it's no good. And people in comments that are here all the time, even they will probably admit, yo, fucking sometimes I'm stressed out my head. I feel like you've got to protect your own peace now, bro. I'm glad that you and Pearl have managed to have a chat, and it's not going to be all roses from now on because everyone...
Do you know something, Frank? Can I just say something while you're in the box? Listen, the only thing that stops me and Alex from not being like we was, because I don't think we can never go back there, but being in the same lives without being fucking skitchy or anything is stop being cryptic, Alex. Be truthful with yourself. If you be truthful with yourself, you can be truthful with everybody else. And if they don't like it, what you're saying, they're not the person for you. They're not your friend. They're not whatever. Right? But be truthful. But please stop coming on and telling everybody your business. You don't owe anybody that right. That's your business.
I feel, and I've said this to Alex, I feel Alex has built an alter ego. I think that's the right word. I feel like because in the real world, I've said this from day one, he's a different guy. He really does care. Yeah. And then, well, I'm not saying he doesn't care on the app either, but I just see a different person, but I just feel like he's built an alter ego, and he's afraid now that if he drops the alter, correct me if I'm wrong here, Alex, as well. I feel like if he drops this alter ego, he may be taken in a different light. But I prefer the real Alex than the alter ego, and I think a lot more people will also think that as well. I might be wrong. You can tell me if I'm wrong, bro. But I just feel like I'm glad you've been open in here today, because I've seen you the last week. I was saying man up. I ain't gonna say that to you again, bro, because I'm wrong, mate, because I've seen you cracking. I don't know what else to say. I just think it should be more real life content, and gossiping isn't good. So I think you need to kind of.
I think a lot of people, I mean, Pearl will disagree, because I know she will. I think a lot of people that fire up lives are not their full self, because a lot of people are scared to speak out how they truly are and how they truly feel, unfortunately, because the fear of being judged.
Yeah, so certain words, certain words.
That's why I
probably
come
right,
across
yeah.
the Kent, because I don't fear of being judged. If you don't like what I say, fuck off.
But sorry, this is the reason I came up, because I see people saying, "Oh, you need to come off TikTok." I don't think you do, mate, because we're all on here for cash, and if there are people that have tried to go live, they don't make no money, and they've stopped going live, because we're all here for money. At the end of the day, I do TikTok shop for money, so you do need to keep at it. But what I'm trying to say to you is, do more real life content where your brain is still you're just sat in a room, bro. It's just. Yeah. And then you come off your live, and then people are messaging, you're answering to their messages. It's not healthy, mate.
Yeah, it's not. We spoke about this. It definitely isn't. But you know what? I've changed a lot. I'm a lot different to the way I was. I was way consumed in this app. Way worse than I am now.
Alex, the other day, what I'm trying to say, it's not healthy. Listen, you poked at Angie, and all of your community was saying, oh my God, they're actually applauding her from going out of a room to go to Birmingham to do the come down with me. But then you put your face on camera, and all of yours done the fucking same. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why people have these opinions on things. And my advice, listen, I give it out all the time, and I take it back off you all the time, right? But what I wasn't taking was when basically it was baiting out this morning for that you didn't want to be here no more, and that's what I flipped. I come off the phone with Frankie, and I was crying with temper, phone Cockapoo, and Cockapoo was the one that fucking stuck up for you.
I didn't ever say that I didn't want to be here no more. I didn't say
Alex, please, you did. You insinuated. I can't see it, me going any further in this life. I don't know what to do. I'm down, I'm low.
No, Pearl,
Alex, please, stop it.
No, Pearl, I said I can't.
You did, Alex, and even that conversation I had with Frankie, even Frankie sees that you don't want to be here no more.
Amy said to me this morning that you were saying, I don't know how I'm going to go on in this life.
I can't see past today, meaning that obviously when people are saying,
Alex, don't turn it around. Even
I
Alex
can play the recording, I can play the live for you.
Stop this
Alex,
shit now.
if you meant it in a different way, we're trying to explain how people have taken it, because even Amy said you need to ring Alex. You need to ring Alex. He's saying
I clearly stated on there, I said I can't see past today because I don't know what's going to be said tomorrow.
Yeah, well, okay, maybe it was taken wrong then, but yeah, Amy even said to me you need to ring him because of this, and I didn't see you live this morning. So Amy said he's saying he can't get past today, so obviously that's why I rang. And I told you this on the phone as well. And maybe you don't want to take your own life, okay, that's fair. I'm glad you're feeling like that, bro, but you can't tell me you're not fucking depressed, mate.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Fucking someone phone me.
I said,
do
maybe
you feel that low, Alex, that you feel you want to not be here anymore? I'm asking you straight and clear. You don't have to answer it and tell me to fuck off, but I just want to know out of your mouth, are you feeling that low you don't want to be here no more? And if you do feel that way, that is fine too. We can see you're a broken.
Be honest, bro.
You broke over Steph.
No, I'm not going to be honest. I'm sorry, I'm not going to tell you now. I'm not going to.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
You know the reason why I'm not going to say is because people just call me a liar anyway, so it's pointless, isn't it?
But I would prefer for you to be truthful, and that's fine. Now you don't have to answer. But to me, you and Steph, there's still something there, Alex, and that's what you're doing. You're hurting each other, but everybody else is getting involved, and there's a wider people of the situation, because Steph has reached out to a lot of people, including myself, and I am the only one that's basically ignored her and let her do her own thing. So if I was being spiteful to you, Alex, I would have been in contact with Steph, and you know I would have been.
Yeah, I agree.
Be truthful, you know I would have been. So that's why there's no hurt or shade coming from my side. The only thing I have ever done wrong, what I'm guilty of, is reacting to clips, what you put out there. That's what I'm guilty of. Nothing behind the scenes. Never. If I'd wanted to be poking behind the scenes, please believe me, I'm telling you now. And I know if Steph's watching, I could have lots and lots of times. I chose not to. None of my business. Tony reached out to me that time.
Yeah.
The same as Steph's reached out to me. And do you know something, when you said about there's 2 creators that's been contacting Steph behind the scenes and they're going to have to leave the app. Can you confirm while you're in this box
You're
now?
not one of them. You're not one of them.
So is there still 2 creators that's reached out to Steph?
No.
That they're going to have to leave the app when it comes out?
Because now I've learned the truth now. I've learned that it wasn't them contacting her, it was the other way around.
Thank you.
And I was thinking at that point, until it's all come out now, because remember, I'm only getting told from her a certain situation. I'm getting told that people have all contacted her, people have offered platforms, and with what MT showed, that's not the truth.
She contacted MT.
Exactly, but I got told differently, and she told me differently. She told me all the creators that got in touch with her.
She contacted Donna.
Alex has said that. He did say that he thought MT contacted her, but she obviously either got it wrong and she contacted MT.
No, I didn't get it wrong. That's what I was told, literally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Alex, so just get it straight now. What can you just say, because we've spoke differently now. Can you tell people what you actually want from this going forward, bro? Because, and then I know people saying, oh yeah, but he's still got this order on him. The truth, you've told your truth. She'll tell hers. People are going to make a narrative anyway. But what do you want from this? Because you come into Pearl's box. Do you want all this shit to stop now and just let it? What do you want? I don't know what to say. Like, what do you want from it?
I just can't be arsed with all the fucking aggro and all the fucking back and forwards anymore. It's just pointless. It's draining for everyone, not just myself, for everyone, even communities saying that they don't feel comfortable going in people's lives because they're scared of what the creator's going to say. The whole drama now, as a whole, has become so horrible. Like, and it's not even because of this situation.
Alex, never once have I said your community's not welcoming here. It's only the 4 that I call the Simps.
I didn't say that.
And it's Stacey, Camel, Kelly and Shelley. Them's the 4 that I call the Simps.
Well, I never said that, Pearl. What I'm saying is people said in comment sections they feel uncomfortable, not that you've ever told them that they can't go anywhere or they shouldn't come in here. I'm just going on what the comment sections have said.
Can I ask you one more question, Alex? Do you know when Steph told you about these people reaching out to her, did she name who the people were?
Yeah.
Right. I don't want you to name them, but so is that some of us, the click, because to me it was like somebody was desperate to have the click involvement that they've been poking and prodding behind the scenes. Is any of the click, I'm not going to ask you who it is, but I am going to ask you this. Is any of the click contacted your ex-partner and probed and prodded her for information about your relationship? Just yes or no?
That's what I was told, yeah.
No. So some of the click.
I'm only, remember, Pearl, I don't know. I'm only getting what I've been told. I don't know.
So the click consists of me, Donna, and Luke and Cockapoo, MT, right? So I can verify now, because you'll have seen the messages. I won't have been mentioned in that, because not in a lifetime. Donna's verified. She hasn't reached out to Steph, so that's Donna out the situation. MT showed proof. He hasn't reached out to Steph, so that's MT. Luke has definitely, as Luke showed proof, I don't know if Luke showed proof, but I don't think Luke will have contacted Steph to fish for information, so that's him out of it. Who else? Oh, Cockapoo. And I don't think Cockapoo has reached out to Steph. Well, in fact, I know Cockapoo hasn't reached out to Steph.
I'm not saying they have. I'm only going on what I've been.
So that's the click.
Yeah, Alex, so what she's saying is, like, instead of leaving it on a cliffhanger, this is why there's so much bullshit on the app. Have any of them people there that she just said, have you been told? Again, you don't know the truth.
I've just said yes. I've just said yes.
And have you seen the proof that any of us 5 has reached out to Steph?
No, but one
so
person.
So obviously, fucking Stacey, what you got? Steph has told you it was either me, Donna, Luke, Cockapoo, or MT.
Luke had been honest with me and reached out to me and said that he'd reached out to Steph, but not. So,
what was that for? Because I'll share the live to Luke now, because we don't want this left on any lines.
I've got no reason to lie. I'll tell you exactly. Luke said he reached out and said to her to keep it off the app But I got told it was something else, which was a lie now, because Luke said to me that fucking he'd reached out to her and said, you know what, keep it off the app. And I was led to believe that he was getting involved with it all and he was digging his nose in. That's what I got told. This is what I mean.
So I'm just putting it out there. None of the clique is having any involvement of what's going on with Alex's relationship. So whoever out of the crypt or any other community thinks we are digging for information behind the back, that is totally a lie. Yeah. And Alex is here to prove it.
Yeah, I'm not, I'm only going on what I've been told. I haven't seen no proof of it, of course not.
Alex,
yeah.
Can I ask you a question? So I know you're going through a tough time, but with regards to when there's been other bits and pieces, you've sent me the odd message and so on, and you know how to get a hold of us all indirectly. The thing that I'm struggling with is that I've heard you talking about people being cancelled and, not saying the names of the people that you were talking about. You could have quite easily reached out to any of the people that you thought had been involved and said, hey, listen, I just want to confirm, because you'd have got a straight answer. Yeah, because no one knows you anything. Why didn't you just check?
Why didn't I? Why would I reach out to people that I think's trying to bring me down? What I'm told that are trying to bring me down. Why would I give that good grace to the people when I'm hearing they are trying to bring me down? They're coming for me. Why would I give anyone good grace?
Because words are just that, whereas proof is proof, and then you would have had the proof, and then you would have been able to go on the app and say, these bunch of effing blah blah blah. Yeah. But what you did is you sort of talked about us by omission. People made assumptions, and we would have then had to talk about it in a way that Steph had already begged people not to be discussing openly on the app, and so for me it just made no sense to go sort of round the houses with this. I didn't really go around the houses, to be fair, Cockapoo. Like, I mentioned it on my live once, and I didn't bring it up ever since. If you actually looked, I haven't mentioned it since. In my opinion, and I've heard you speak on it several times.
Me too.
You've talked in a roundabout way without actually saying it's not these people. And if you thought it was these people, then you could have just asked us, Alex, rather than sort of live in this world of, it's basically omission. So omission rather than sort of, shitting on the pot, basically. Putting the turd on the table, as I like to say. So and that for me doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so okay. If you've heard something about me, would you ever come to me and be honest?
Yes, I have. Do you want me to give you the example?
Yeah, but okay.
I'll give you the example. Hayley Comet told somebody that you had been talking about me, and I rang you at 7:30 in the morning and asked you directly, rather than assume it was correct or incorrect. I asked you directly, because that's how I do fucking business.
But back then there was no animosity, and it weren't that deep, was it?
There was animosity. We weren't speaking.
Yeah, but it weren't as deep as to what it's got.
And I would still do it. And I would still do it. Well, for me, it's not that deep. We don't like each other. We haven't for a long time, even when you were still friends with all of our mutual friends. And there's reasons for that. And as far as I'm concerned, the phone call I made to you was around the same time as all the shit was coming out with me and you. So as far as I'm concerned, that is the way to do business. Just be straightforward and upfront, because then all this fuckery can't happen. Yeah. And that would be a lesson for you, love. Sorry, I don't mean to say love in a condescending way, because I know I'm a condescending cunt anyway. But that's my point.
Do you get where she's coming from, Alex?
Yeah, of course. Like, anyone can reach out to someone and ask them directly if it's going to help a matter. But like I said, I've admitted I'm stubborn, so my back goes up against the wall, and I don't feel that if I'm getting told that people are coming for me, why would I reach out to them? That's just you can't say, because you would deal with things differently. We're all different people.
But Alex, you've reached out to Delusive, bro. So is there not any part of you now that thinks, every single one of these have been your friend at one point, and there's no party that thinks, you know what, after all this shit now, I just think, I don't need this. I'd rather recuperate friendships, or at least make peace, than carry this shit on. I know you're saying I'm not going to reach out to people that are trying to bring me down, but you and Delusive have been the worst to each other on the app, and you went and tried to build thing with her the other day, which no one understood. But when you're saying to Cockapoo, but we weren't talking, but do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, is there no party that thinks, I want to make a fucking men's here now, I've had enough, Like, this has got too much.
Did you watch that live though when she said, "Are you gonna? Would you be willing to apologise to all different people?" And I said, "Yeah, possibly." Like, you know.
No, you didn't. You said it runs deep with other people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That's
Yeah,
what you
but,
said.
yeah, but it depends on who we're talking about. It's like when people are doing hate lives nightly on me.
Look, I'm just repeating what you said.
Yeah, that's
rather
fair
than
enough.
what you thought you
But
said.
I never named anyone, did I?
And that's the problem. You don't name anybody, so you leave everybody think it's all the fucking click all the time.
So the
Why there's
question
4,000
now
people,
then.
Frankie, in here? You are there. You're clearing our names. Not one of us has contacted Steph. We've never delved into your personal relationship. That's all that I want to know. Are you putting that out there? Is that correct or
Yes.
not? There you go, everybody. Clicks had nothing to do with this.
So what about now? I don't remember that live. And someone said, "Would you be willing to?" What did they ask?
Nanjies.
Would they be willing?
Would you be willing to apologise to other people? And I said, like, it depends because some of it runs deep or whatever. I said,
So if obviously I know you've apologised with Pearl. I don't know the history between you and Cockapoo. I know you haven't got. Is there any way you'd be willing to have a conversation with Cockapoo, Red? Because I know these people that you cared about. I know you definitely cared about Red. But again, that just took a turn on the app, and I don't know, man. I'm not trying to put it on your toes here, but I'm just thinking while we're at it and while you are feeling the way you feel, why not say, you know what, okay, fuck it, I've had enough. This TikTok isn't that deep for me. We can all go back and forth, but it's gone too deep here. Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I think that trying to put someone or coerce someone into an apology is the wrong way to go. Alex, if he understands the part he's played, then he'll come to that conclusion himself. And if he doesn't, he doesn't. And I personally wouldn't want any fake apology.
Yeah, right then.
yeah, I
I'm
get
not
that.
suggesting it would be fake, but I just don't want it on the app. It's not for the
Yeah.
app.
That's right. That's true. To be fair, because you know, like it looked like someone said, "Oh, you know, he's been forced to say an apology."
What do you want out of this now, Alex? Just be truthful. I won't interrupt. What do you want to come from this?
I want peace within communities where people can still have their, you know,
What
disagreements.
for communities, Alex, for you? What do you
For me,
want out
well,
of
I've said
this?
I want peace. I've said like I want peace, and I also want to make it a little bit easy for my community as well. You know what I mean? Like they're getting dragged for no reason. Some of them.
Only 4, I do.
No,
And I
no,
don't
no,
drag
no.
them, I just call them
Listen, Alex,
seats.
I'm gonna be straight up with you about your fucking community. I'm gonna just say it as it is. I've listened and watched for over 12 months with the whole Cockapoo shit, which is basically because you've been stirring them up. I've had fucking Waynetta want to fight me in a field in comments in Chippy's live. Waynetta, I'm a handbag holder with a big gob. I don't fight people. So let's not start with the community this, the community that, because, you know, I'd like anyone to tell me what I've actually fucking done to you that makes them lot go for me on the reg.
And think about it as well, Alex. And answer Cockapoo's question first. Sorry, I'm jumping in. Go on.
What at the end of the day, from what I'm gathering, is a lot of people blamed you for, you know, getting in people's ears and for,
Get in, because I just want to, if you want to.
and another thing is Cockapoo, like, you know, when you was going in boxes saying, yes, I've written this script and I've done this, even though it might be a joke.
Alex, come on, Alex.
No,
You're
let me
still
speak.
doing the same thing. Come on.
I can't even
wanna hear
talk.
this. Go on,
I can't even
Alex.
talk. You know when you're jumping in box saying, "Oh, Cockapoo's written this script," and she's like, "Yes, I have written this script. This is," and stuff like that.
banter.
Yeah, I know it might be. This is what I mean, but not everyone's going to take it as banter. I do because I know exactly what the app's like. But there's going to be people in the chats that are going to be like, "Yeah, Cockapoo's caused this. Cockapoo's behind this." That's
Do
not my
you
opinion.
take your mods saying they're going to leave me and Top Girl that badly beat up where we need feeding tubes just to survive sort of thing? Do you condone that? You said you didn't. You said you demodded, you didn't. She changed her name and she's still your mod. So you condone when that's, and this is either Camel, Kelly and Shelley, them 3. They were having the phone call. One was even saying when all of the blood's over everything, the other one will wash the clothes to get rid of the evidence. So you condone, that's what you condone in yours, Alex. So come on, take accountability, Alex. It's not just our communities, yours is cunts too.
I think any community speaking like that, the host should stop that immediately because that's
The
banged out
horse
of
should have
order.
fucked them off immediately. That's how fucking twisted in the brain they are. They'll go to that length for a fucking green screen they've never met in their life. Sorry.
I don't think, but it wasn't nothing to do with me. That situation wasn't.
Are you for real? She said she was going to snap something off at the front of you and ram it up your fucking ass to do you damage, and you've still got her as a mod. Alex, you twisted in the brain, I'm sorry. And this is why I said, I don't know what's being said off the app, but there's obviously something being said when they wanted to leave me and Top Girl in that predicament, and they were even planning on getting rid of the evidence before any police or anything come. And you are, for all you're saying you're not, you are still condoning that because you've still got them in your fucking life and they're still your mods.
Because I didn't. Everyone says.
Alex!
I don't know why we're talking. I don't know why we're talking about.
I don't know why I can't respond. You literally do not let.
You're talking about mods, bro. What you want about? You come up here for your own piece, bro, and you're talking about mods, mate.
I never mentioned the mods.
What you want about? You come up here for your own piece, bro, and you're talking about mods, mate.
I never mentioned the mods.
I did, because I'm saying it's one rule for one and one for another. So that's what your mods do. Don't go on about other communities, Alex. That's your mods, the demons, devils, bastards.
I don't see it that way.
And they fucking tapped in the brain over a green screen. That's what your mods do. That's why we call them the simps. Simping over a man they've never fucking gone to meet in their life. You don't care about them. Come on, Alex. You do not care about them. And I don't care what you say. Not when they said they're going to do you damage too. You've got them there because you know they're like fucking Rottweilers and they go around and they protect you at all costs. So, not that anybody gives a fuck about any three of Camel, Shelley or Kelly, because no one fucking cares.
But let's be honest, if they have slated me and I've choose to forgive them...
You've heard it on a fucking screen recording.
Yeah, but Pearl, what you need to... Pearl, why are you not listening? If I've chose to move on from that situation, that's my choice.
To
but
be fair,
you're still condoning what they said about me and Top Girl, Alex. This is what you're not getting. What you're saying about our communities jump on fucking your community. I don't think you're listening. You can't go anywhere.
Do you know what? Do you know what, right? It is what it is. There's a lot of water under the bridge. There's a lot of shit being said. I've said shit to Alex. He said shit to me. We've done shit to each other.
Shit.
Same with you and Alex and all the rest of it. I think if Alex wants peace, he just needs to maybe listen to what we've said and decide what he wants to do about it. And the problem you've got is if you don't want this to be content for FYP shows, I think I've heard you say you're not going to talk about it anymore, right? Regardless. So, you know, that's a choice that you're going to have to make. But on a personal level, I've spoken to you. And on a personal level, you've always come across okay to me. It changed up. I'm not going to go into that. I don't really fucking care, to be honest. I do see the person on the app as being a different person to the person that I've spoken to off the app. And I think if you want to be comfortable in your skin, just show up as who you really are, not who you think people want you to be. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm dropping.
Yeah, I agree with that. I won't deny that. I think you're right there.
So you're going to take this magic cape off, Alex, and be yourself and let things go and stop with your silly AIs of people and that, because you do poke at them and you know the way that you poke at them to get a reaction out of them. And then when we say something back, it's, oh my God, they've started this up again, but you've been doing whatever you've been doing on your platform. You're like very good at the way you do it. If you actually want to squash this, I am willing to squash this right here, right now. But then you can't do your AIs. Stop with your sly little digs. If you're going to name somebody, don't say certain individuals. Name who you mean. Because then you're giving everybody free rein to come at... They always come at the click. Come on, let's be real. They come at all of us for something you've put out there. If I name you, if I call you Big Sweat, they know what about. If I call you AB, if I call you Alex, it's you I'm talking about. Not your community. If I talk about Camel, Shelley or Kelly, I'm talking about them. I'm direct. People know who I'm speaking on.
Yeah.
So you have to stop all of that, Alex, as well. It's not just us. It is you as well. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah,
if you truly want to stop it, we'll stop it. Not a problem.
Of course, it's going to be me as well. Like it's never always going to be like one side. It's always going to be two sides. You know what I mean? Me personally, I know I've done things wrong, and I've gone about things the wrong way, and I've probably aggravated people like intentionally. Like we'll all admit that. Of course you have. I think we've all done that. You know, I mean, you've fired up as well. I aggravate
you intentionally on a daily basis, but I'm open and honest and I name you.
Yeah, of course. And I'm not saying you don't. You know what I mean?
Whose live are you watching, Alex? I've just heard Angie's voice.
I'm not listening to any lies, Pearl.
I've just heard Angie in the background, Alex.
I'm going to be honest with you, Pearl. It's my mum in the garden. Don't know how you're hearing that. It's my mum in the garden. It's got nothing to do with me. I ain't listening to no lives. I can assure you now.
So, again, I'll ask you, what do you want out of this? Don't just say peace. You have to get people to stop doing what they're doing and saying things about us, because every single time it'll come back to bite you.
I can assure you now, on my life, I'm not listening to any lives. I can assure you now.
So, your mods, Alex, right? My opinion, it's up to you. If you truly want this to end, tell them to stop jumping in boxes, to be there at every beck and call. You're big enough and ugly enough, just the same as I am, to go jump in a box and have my own say if I choose to.
It was
You know what I'm saying?
it was this live actually, so I don't know why you're all shouting delusive. It was this live, so madness.
But I don't know what you want out of it. I really don't.
I just want a little bit of peace, Pearl.
I'm willing for that. But as long as you've come up and said, I've got nothing to do with your mental health, because don't tell us calling Big Sweat or any of that is fucking around with your mental health. You've done that for what you fetched to the app. I just want you to be honest and open. And
I've always said that. Like I said that on live the other day. I don't know if you heard it or watched it. I said, I can't moan at people for calling me Big Sweat and stuff when I've been the same to other people. Maybe that's my karma, you know, I'm getting back what I deserve because I've dished it out to other people.
and I agree.
So, like, I'm not going to moan about being called that. I've said that on the live the other day.
And you're always saying, like, listen, if you don't want to come on camera, good, you've come out this morning and said you don't feel comfortable on camera. That's the thing. But to me, that's like your insecurities, what you are projecting onto everybody else. You just a normal everyday Joe.
Yeah, of course.
I took the piss out of you when you come on camera because you took the piss out of me.
Yeah, like I said, you know, I am normal. I don't ever think I'm better than anyone.
Do you know, like they put in the things, sorry, I'm getting a parcel delivered. You know, like, I forgot what I was saying now. I've read me fucking parcels coming. But listen, if you truly wanted to stop, we'll see where it goes from here. But personally, you need to work on yourself. You need to go and get yourself some help. And you need to stop letting the app overtake your life.
Yeah, I agree. I'll admit with that. You know, for a long period of time, that was the case. I'm a lot better now. I don't get myself involved in it. If people can clarify this, I always say to people, don't send me screenshots. If I'm off the app, I'm off the app. I don't need to know about it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes that worsens it. That gets me back on the app when I'm getting screenshots of a live going on and someone's mentioning the app. That gets me back on the app. So when I'm off the app, I want to stay off the app for a while.
And that's how I know the app is overtook your life, because you are that much, and I'm going to say it to your face, I'm not saying you are that much, it comes across as a narcissist when you have to listen to what people saying to you. Then you come back, you spark up the life. I mean, I've been sent this, I've been sent that. Alex, come on. We all know you're in them lives.
Majority of the time.
I admit I go in on a fake account. I've just said I was in your live this morning listening to the shit that was coming out your mouth. I was in your live.
But Pearl, look, I've proven it. Like, the screenshots have been sent from an iPhone. I'm an Android user. I've only got Android devices. But I've got the screenshots that I'm showing. You can clearly see they're iPhones. So this is what I mean. It's not me.
Why are you bothered then what people got to say? If people's going to talk about you, they're going to talk, let them do it. Do you see me jumping in to defend myself and saying, why have you got this opinion on me? You know, actually why I don't. Because I don't give a flying fuck.
We all do it though, Pearl. We all do it. You know, when people are talking about us in the live.
Everybody's not going to like you, Alex.
Oh, no, of course not.
And I don't think myself with this godlike syndrome. I don't. I'm a normal person with pixels on a phone. And when we turn the app off, does anybody really worry what's gone on about in the thing? What I worry about is lies. I cannot. You've known me for long enough. My pet hate, I went in at you and Corey for long enough. Not about what was said. You were calling me a liar day after day after day after day. And it was proved on multiple occasions, even with Corey on the phone with Hayley. Everything I fetched to the app, Corey said it to Hayley, what was said. But I was still called a liar. You put it out that basically, this is exactly how it's come about. That these two people will have to leave the app. They've been contacting Steph together and thing, and then you still could have come on and said, "Well, everybody, I put that out there, and I've just found out this didn't happen. Nothing at all to do with the click, but the whole app thought we were in your private life in the background." Steph has done a lot of footwork around to lots of people, but none of the clicks got involved. So I don't know who else has been involved, but the click hasn't been involved. They've basically told her, "Thanks for reaching out to us, but basically fuck off," when they've never given that reply back. But we got to blame.
Yeah,
so I'm glad I've cleared the click's name. We've got no reason to get into Alex's business. It's not our business. And that's why I said, "Alex, why are you bothered about bringing your personal life to the app? It's nobody's business."
It's been like I said, and to be fair, the person that cleared a lot of it up was MT, believe it or not, on his live, because like I said,
and rightly so, because he was getting the blame.
Yeah. It's because I was told one thing, and obviously in my head, then I'm thinking this is exactly what's happening all over. Luke did. The thing is, I got told that Luke was involved and all that stuff, but then Luke had messaged me and said, "Look, I'm just going to put that big argument that me and Luke had, that big row." And
Can we share the live to Luke? Because listen, I think even if you and Luke want to speak about that, share the live to Luke, please.
Luke will confirm everything word for word what I'm saying.
Because I don't know what's being said.
Yeah.
I promise you, I never once ever have asked Donna anything if you've ever contacted her. I've never asked Luke if you speak to each other. I never ever do, because it's not my business, Alex. I know I come across as a nosy fuck, but again, the only thing I react to on here is when I hear it, like off TikTok.
Luke's busy, and when they were having that fight and Alex was driving down there was stuff said and it was cleared up, I think, at that point, exactly what was said.
Because I said to him, I said to Luke, and Luke will clarify, I don't know if he said the same to Cockapoo, I said to Luke, "And you're a sneaky bastard as well, messaging my ex and stuff, trying to get information." And he went, "In fact, actually, for example, I only messaged her to tell her to keep it off the app." And I was going, "Well, that's when I was fucking told, Luke." And then obviously he was rowing and stuff.
But the thing is, Alex, and I just want to ask, if Steph has a non-mole, why would you expect her to give you those answers? And why would you expect her to be put in a situation where she would frankly be truthful with you about something that would make her more uncomfortable and potentially, trigger some other action? So why would you be talking to her when there's a non-mole? You shouldn't have been.
Because she told me that she didn't want the non-molestation. She told me that she didn't want this to happen. She told me that she dropped the police case, that I'll be informed at the bail condition when I go and answer my bail, that I'm going to be informed about all this. On the 7th, when you go to the hearing, I don't have to be there. But she said it's pointless anyway because it's going to be dropped. This is what I'm being told, Cockapoo, and this is what you're not understanding.
Alex, that's a lie, because if she didn't want the non-mole, the police cannot force you to have one, because then she would have just said, "I'm dropping everything." So she obviously wanted it.
This was at a later date. It was already issued, pal. It was already issued. Like, this is at a later date, and this is on my life. And if you want, I'll take a lot of text. I don't give two shits. I have got no reason.
You don't have to prove anything.
No, I do, though, because yet again, people are questioning it. This is what I was told. I've got text messages to prove it. This is what I mean.
I'm asking that question because of the fact that you brought up, you're talking about who said what, and you're talking about
people that are calling me a liar, I've got text messages as receipts to prove it.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you're not specifically lying about those points. What I'm saying is, there's a woman here with a young baby that, for whatever reasons, has a non-mole, and actually, there's ongoing conversations. I think, from my perspective, I just worry. You've come on the app and showed how you felt. I worry about Steph. She's not on the app. Yeah. You have a massive platform, and the way in which these conversations are going, it's sort of painting Steph out as being sort of mad or bad. Now, you're not saying it, but I've heard your people, your community are defending you saying it, and I hate that.
Yeah, I know, and I understand that, but I'm just being honest on the situation that a lot of people are lying about that don't know. Do you know what I mean? Everyone, Canadian Angie last night saying about throwing cups and stuff. I never fucking threw a cup in my life. What's she on about?
No, it wasn't a cup. It was a remote control or a phone or something. That was the Tony situation.
Yeah,
not
but
this.
she was mentioning about other things and stuff, saying about, oh, trust me in action.
And that was said, Alex. That was said. It was said to me.
Yeah. I'm not saying that, yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, there was a lot of things being mentioned.
So
and I said,
Canadian Angie's just like you said. You run off hearsay. That's what Canadian Angie done. She run off hearsay because it was said.
Yeah. That's what I mean. But you know, it's one of them situations. Like, I ain't lied about the situation when it comes to this bit here. Like, people are saying what I got told, and people saying, but take accountability. I'm going off what I was told. It doesn't mean it was the truth.
So was Canadian Angie. So even the blaster. So was the blaster. So was who else? Who else has been thinged?
Yeah, but the thing is, I know the truth, don't I? So obviously, I'm speaking on behalf of myself. So I know the
how
truth.
you've gone off, how you've just said about what we were all supposed to have done, digging into your background. You went off that. So how's it not okay for other people to go off what they're being told? That's what we're saying.
No, that they're entitled to do that. But like I said, I just think people in the future should let it all play out how it needs to play out, and then make a decision in the end instead of.
That goes for you, Alex.
Yeah,
You're
of
the
course.
one that
You know,
put it on
yeah,
the
of course, 100% myself as well. Like, I'll hold my hands up. Oh, you know what I mean? Definitely. But I'm also thinking these people are being dangerous as well. They're not actually looking at the scenario. They're just using it as a weapon, and they are. I'm sorry, they are.
But it's only what you've put out there, Alex. So you've given them that weapon to use.
No, it isn't, Pearl. It isn't. You're not understanding. What I'm saying is, people are getting past paperwork and all that stuff behind the scenes and all that stuff.
So
and
paperwork's factual evidence.
I'm gonna put it out there, Alex. So you've got a massive platform, you've got a lot of support, and you put out that you'd been arrested, and you said that your devices had been checked, and there was no real issue. You know, that you sort of were quite dismissive of it at that point. Whether you should or shouldn't have brought it on the app, that's your, you know, you did that.
Do you know why my devices? I'll tell you now. Do you know the reason why my devices were looked at?
It was whether the messages were correct, and they came.
And a lot of the stuff was thrown out instantly there and then because there was.
Okay, well, that's like separate stuff. But the bottom line is the only person who really heard that was Steph. So I don't know this. I'm going to assume this, right? It's not a fact. It's an opinion. She heard that, and because she was the only one that knew at that point what was going on, I'm going to assume. Right. And so when she heard that, she thought, this is going to be a problem for me because Alex is going to be talking about this. And she then basically went to people with a strong platform, a strong voice, because she was frightened that you were going to twist the narrative. That's my assumption on this. Now, you know, you can take it whichever way you want, because it was probably not the best move, but that was her move based on your move after you'd been arrested. And the rest now is fucking history.
Can I? Yeah, that's fair enough. I understand what you're saying there, but can I say how that can't be right? Alex. It's because she'd already contacted people before I announced it on live that I got arrested.
On live, she fetches to TikTok you've been arrested.
No, she'd message people, creators that I don't get on with already off the app before I announced I'd been arrested.
Okay. And again, how do you know this is factual, Alex?
Because, like I said, 11th of April.
She told you.
Yeah, like I said, Paul, 11th of April. When did I get arrested? When did I announce I got arrested? It was after 11th of April.
Top Girl said, can she come back in?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to drop. I just wanted to say that. Sorry.
Right. All right. Sorry for shouting before. I just, when Pearl gets upset, I get really angry. You know what? I'm just gonna ask one question, Alex, and then I'll drop down. Yeah. I feel like because you've got this non-mall and you can't get to her house and stuff, I feel like you're trying to get to her by coming live and putting out breadcrumbs, and that's how I feel. I feel like because you can't get to her that way now, I feel like you've come on the app. This is just my opinion. Not everyone has to agree with me. I feel like you're getting to her this way on Top Girl on TikTok, rather than being able to get to her house, and that's how I feel. I feel like you're trying to kind of harass her on social media now because you can't go to her house.
But that's not correct because, like I said, I've been to a house. She told me that she dropped the police case. So that make any sense, Top Girl?
No, this is just my opinion.
If I wa-
I just
if I
feel
wa-
like
if I
it's
want- if I-
indirect
if I-
contact.
Yeah.
That's not. That's,
Yeah, but if I wanted to, I would. You know what I mean? It was only 2 weeks ago. I was picking up from a concert.
no,
You know
but
what I mean? Like, this is
if I
what I mean.
wanted to, I would, but that's not it because you're not allowed.
No, but this is what I mean. You're saying I'm not allowed. I was told that it'd been dropped.
Yeah, and I think that's why I can't. But things that she's saying as well is not making sense because I feel like she's putting out things that are incorrect. But I'm not taking away from the fact women go back several times before they go away fully. I feel like even though you're saying it's not a toxic relationship, I feel like it was a very toxic relationship. But I do 100% feel like this is your way of contacting her and getting to her at the moment. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree, but that's just how.
Yeah, you can have that opinion.
So do men.
100%.
So do men. 100% men and women.
100%, you can have that opinion. For me, it's just a reaction to constant people going live, putting their opinions, but ain't factual. But people are going to listen to the creators' opinions that ain't true. So it's me defending myself. That's what I'm doing. Because last night I heard about love bombing. I heard about throwing cups. I've heard about
That was the Tony situation.
Yeah,
that came from my mouth when that thing was done with Tony.
Yeah, but he wasn't on your platform. He wasn't on your platform that was speaking about it.
It was said to me, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
factual because that was said. The same as the factual things that she's saying. She's got the paperwork to.
Yeah, but last
I
night-
don't know. I haven't mentioned that. It's now.
But
I don't want to say the paperwork.
but last night in Canadian Angie's, right? She stated about she was mentioning cups and something else being thrown and mentioning Steph in the same sentence, and people are going to then run with, "Oh, was Alex done that to her?"
No,
You know-
people saying Canadian Angie said Tony, not Steph.
Oh, I didn't see. She was in the same sentence as that.
So there you go. So you putting that out, and obviously Canadian Angie's going on about the Tony situation, which is factual because it came from Tony's mouth to me. So yes, it's factual. What she told me.
Well,
You
like
know what
I
I'm
said,
saying? So, but everybody's saying Canadian Angie was speaking about Tony, not you.
I feel like instead
Come
of Pearl give you some fucking amazing advice today and just listen to it. She's like, for Pearl to give you this advice that she's given you today, nobody would have thought it would have happened on TikTok. Like if you
Come in
actually
and have your
listen
say,
to
because sorry, Top Girl. MT, come in and have your say because he's trying to tell us something and I don't know what he's telling us. I can't have this conversation. You have to have this conversation with Alex because I haven't asked nobody off the app what's being said with you. Because I ain't interested.
request a lot.
But Pearl did give him some good advice. I just think we should let it play out. Don't water it down in each situation from Steph's side or your side.
No,
And I think that's what you've been trying to do the last few days, is water down your side of it and say, well, she's come back to me, she's messaged me. And I think that's what I don't like. Like you outed a lot of personal information that we shouldn't have been privy to.
But also other people that had been passed the information and put it out on their platforms as well. You know what I mean? Remember, it's mine to talk about because it's my personal
And it's
life.
hers as well.
Yeah, no, but she's got other people to speak about it. That's the problem.
But none of us did speak about it. But I'm gonna. That's all I wanted to say. I only came
Alex,
and
for
shouted.
2 seconds, can I drop you down and get MT in so he can clear something up a minute?
What, he doesn't want me to be in the box?
No, he wants you to be in the live, but he's read the comment there. I'm only going off.
I just said.
Read his comment. So can I just drop you down? You can listen, then you can come back and have your reply. I don't know what's
I'll
going
drop
on.
down anyway. I'm gonna go pick Albie up. Bye, everyone.
I've never dropped Alex. He must have dropped himself. So
That's
MT,
not
if you
Mama, that's
want to come
Pearl.
up.
Pearl, he's calling you Mama.
Oh, hey, my baby, my Mateo. How are you?
Bye.
Bye. So, MT, do you want to jump up? Can somebody put MT in, please? And you can come and have your say because I don't know what it is with them messages and what was said. I can't see him. I don't know why he's dropped. I haven't dropped him. Nobody's dropped him. Hey, baby.
Sorry, I don't believe any of the bullshit that's coming out of his mouth, so I won't sit in a box with him. Firstly, the messages that he keeps referencing from the 11th, well, it was sent after I was arrested. It's my messages he's on about because the date's at the bottom of the message. And it wasn't actually. You went live and did a live. I responded. That was clipped on the FYP. And then Steph messaged me after she seen it. So stop chatting shit. All you've basically done for the past 3 hours is gaslight people and make people believe that the situation that you're portraying, that we're all seeing, is not the situation that's going on. And I don't believe you bullshit. Me personally, believe you would never have been given a non-molestation order and arrested 3 times if there was no perceived risk. And that's all I've got to say. See you later.
Thanks, Babs. Bye. There you go, everybody. So, listen, don't think I'm taken back, and Alex is still in the chat, and I'll stand by what I said. I still stand by that, but he wants peace. That's the way it goes on, but there has to be on the other side of it. He can come back in and reply to that if he wants. I never dropped him from the box. It's up to him.
Hello. If I've got the dates mixed up, then I've got the dates mixed up. I haven't intentionally got the dates mixed up. I believe that it was after. If I've got it wrong, I've got it wrong. And another thing, MT, when you're saying about the non-molestation, it's a temporary non-molestation and it states on the non-molestation, mate, it's just to prevent further of me turning up to the address. Nothing other than that. It's temporary. They haven't seen any evidence on my side. It was issued to her. The police issued to her and said to her, police only have certain when they're bail conditions, they can only cover so much. We advise you to take this out. Then if he breaks this, it's a more serious charge. That's what it was. It's a temporary non-mol. They've seen nothing from my side or anything. They've not even asked me. That's why the hearing's there.
See, I don't...
Because of a perceived risk, though? No? So you're telling me that they gave a non-molestation order. They granted a non-molestation order just on a whim, just to stop you from going back somewhere previously. No, they granted a non-molestation order because they believed there was a perceived risk that you were either going to harass or intimidate the lady. So they gave her the non-molestation order. I couldn't give a fuck if it was temporary or permanent. I couldn't give a fuck. They gave it because there was a perceived risk. You're coming on here and you're trying to gaslight people and make them out as if they're stupid.
How is it gaslighting?
And they don't understand what's going on.
How is it
trying to make out they just gave me a non-molestation order just to keep me away from the property because there was a perceived risk.
For contacting her, that's it.
Okay, so from contacting her, which means that you were harassing her, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, but I've been honest about that from the start.
No, well, that isn't what you've been saying to me.
For, Alex? Was it for harassment?
Yeah, constantly, when she's saying she didn't want me to speak to her and stuff like that, yeah, exactly. I've been honest.
Okay, so now you're being truthful, aren't you, mate? Because that wasn't what you've been doing previously. I've watched it for the past 2 days in lives, gaslight people. Just be honest.
I have literally stated this. She didn't want me to contact her. I contacted her. I don't know what I've said different to what I'm saying.
So you harassed her. That's what you did. It was harassment in the eyes of the law. And that's why a non-molestation order was granted.
Yes.
Because you harassed her. Okay, well then at least we're getting somewhere now, aren't we? You're being honest. It's called an open and honest conversation. Mm-hmm. No one's saying, and I haven't heard anyone say that you've hit that girl. I haven't heard anyone say that at all. I've heard people saying that you're a perpetrator of domestic abuse because the definition of domestic abuse is harassment, intimidation and violence against someone who you're supposed to be in a relationship with. So that's why people are saying that. And people are entitled to say that.
So you're saying that you've not seen anyone saying that I beat her up?
No, I haven't personally myself.
No.
Really?
No, I haven't. I'm being honest. I've seen people talk about you, and I've seen people saying that you'd abuse it and that, but I've never seen people say that you've beat it up.
No, I have to be honest, never.
Well, I can show you a hell of a lot of messages.
I'd like you to show me, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you, Alex? Put some up and show us where you've been.
Yeah, Mods, can you send them over, please? Thank you.
I'd like to see them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think anyone in chats have said it?
No. I don't.
Well, off the back of them videos, people were saying, oh, it's a little bit more serious. He must have done this. He must have done that.
Who, though? Who's been saying this?
Just like people in chats section saying, oh, it's obviously a lot more serious. He wasn't shut down. Surely if he never laid hands on her, he would have been shut down.
But who has actually come out and said these things?
Just people in comments section.
Because if somebody said if he never laid hands on her, that is making you out to be a DV. But, to actually doing something. So who has said that? It's no good saying some people. Who has said that?
Well, I don't know every single person that's written things in comment sections, do I?
And you, Alex, have badmouthed me, whether you like it or not, and been very cryptic over the past couple of weeks, which you've continued to do over the past 48 hours, because I came to the app and was truthful and defended myself, because I will always tell the truth. So I'm confused. So you want us to be quiet, stop talking about your personal business and stop bringing it to the app so you can move forward. But are you going to say that you're going to do that moving forward for everyone else? Because you bring all my mates' personal business to the app. I see you do it constantly. You talk about all the other creators. You can't expect us to do something if you're not going to do it.
But personal lives, whose?
You've done it loads of times, so don't chat shit.
Levi's in the chat,
Angie,
and you've done it
you've
to
done
him.
it to Angie, you've done it to Levi, you've done it to many people. So just because you're talking to Delusive now, I couldn't give a fuck. You still did it then.
Yeah.
So if you want us to stop talking about your personal business, you have to also ensure that you're not going to talk about anyone else's personal business.
Of course, I've refrained from a lot of it as well.
I don't think you'd have.
Well, okay. I'll give you two examples. Back in the day,
Lynn's, look what Stacey done to Lynn's. Stacey went purposely messaging her partner and asked, was he in a DV relationship, then flew back into your chat and said, Alex, answer WhatsApp. I've got gossip, and you called a side gossip or something.
Can I speak back at that, respond to that as well? She did exactly what everyone else has done that's reached out to Steph, because at the end of the day, he put out a post.
Lynn's reached out to Steph.
No, can I just listen? Her ex put out a post of a scratch mark on his neck, on his finger, and he wrote a comment about something saying that Lynn's had done something. I think Lynn's will admit this. And then Stacey reached out and said, "Are you okay?" So that's how that.
Why did you feel the need to private DM, and what the fuck did it have to do with Stacey again? And if she reach out to him after that? Is the messages where she reached out? No, she done it because she didn't like Lynn's. She thought he's a chance to get a one-upmanship, get a brownie point off Alex, because she flew straight back into your live and said, "Alex, answer WhatsApp."
I believe it's because of her own experiences that she went through, and that's my opinion.
You also need to stop going behind the scenes as well and telling people that you're going to get me head smashed in, because look, you are harder than me, there ain't no shits about it, but I will never back down to a fight. So I'd stand on business. I wouldn't run away from you whether you smash me head in or not. But going behind the scenes and telling people you're going to get me fucked, rather than just being a man and coming to me and saying, look, I'm going to smash your head in if you carry on talking about me, and then me and you would have that discussion. But if you want to go behind the scenes and say you're going to get me filled in because of what I'm saying, I'm only speaking facts, and it's only truthful. Everything that I've said is the truth. So if you didn't do what you were doing, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
So, there you go. Happy days. But listen, if you want to smash my head in, fella, feel free to do so. I will never ever back down to you. You might be able to fucking swing me jaw or do whatever it is that you want to do, but that doesn't silence me. It doesn't scare me. It doesn't intimidate me. I'll still stand here and say what I've got to say.
Was it said in private messages, or was it said on the app, this?
No, he's been going round to everyone telling them that he's going to get me filled in and that by people in my city.
Who have I told?
You've told a lot of people, Alex. Come on.
See,
Let's
look,
not
that's
chat
funny
bullshit
to Alex
because
when
you deny
MT's
it.
clearly distressed over this. Alex,
He's not distressed. He's not
You're
distressed
laughing.
about it.
Eh?
He's not. MT's really. Are you distressed, mate, that I've said that?
I am, yet I can't sleep at night.
Oh,
I'm scared that you're going to turn up at my door while you're in this current state of mind.
I'll see, guys. This is what I mean.
I am. I'm not lying. I'm not. I'm being truthful. What do you want me to do? Sit here and lie? And say I'm absolutely not scared of him? No, actually, I'm not, to be fair, like, fucking hell.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I'm a fuck. I'm not scared of you in the slightest, mate.
I don't want you to be scared of me. I don't know.
I'm
to be
not.
scared of me.
I'm not scared of anyone. I never would be, because the way I was brought up was you stand on business, you get fucked, but don't run away from a fight. So if you come to my door, I'll stand on business. I'll have it with you. You smash me head in, I couldn't give a fuck. But at least I stood there and had it with you. Do you get what I mean? But for you to go around and tell people that you're going to get me head smashed in for speaking the truth,
I'm going to be honest with you. Will you privately message me?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you. Because I don't remember saying it, I'll be honest with you. I'd own it straight away. I'd say, yeah, I will. But I don't remember saying it, you know.
And can we just clarify, you know, all your simps in the chat who were saying bullshit, you thrive off drama, everything that I've said up to now, is it not being factual or not? Was I messaged? I wasn't the person who messaged. Did I elaborate on any of the text messages and put shit in there that didn't exist? I've never once said that you did it. I've never said any of that at all. I stuck to the facts because I'm a factual person, but all your community seem to think that I'm the ringleader who keeps on running around people and giving people information. So I think you need to clarify that while we're here.
That's fair enough, but would you also admit that maybe I was told different information?
But whether you were told and whether it was factual or not, that's not the case. So are you going to clarify it now while we're standing here?
Yeah, but I'll also say you've also got to be honest in that you would listen to someone that, you know, your partner or your best friend, if someone told you something with all random
I'm not saying that you wouldn't. I'm not saying that you wouldn't. I've just said you would. But what I'm saying now is, based on the information you now know, can you stand here and tell your community?
I cleared it up earlier.
Okay. Sound.
Just
That's all I've got to say.
Just with regards to when you made the threats to MT, you were in your life, you were in a heightened state. You talked about not even having to travel to Liverpool to take care of MT.
Yeah, I remember that. But you're saying about off-app, I told people off-app. That's what I'm confused with. I've said it online, but when he said I've been in inboxes and I've told people offline, I don't remember it, to be honest with you.
I don't know about that. I just know what you said.
I've said it online, yeah. I've said it online. I'll always own up to that. I've said it online, like he's done my fucking head in and what. But he said that I spoke to people off the app, and I don't remember saying that because I don't see the benefit of it, to be honest with
you. Okay. Just refreshing your memory. Okay.
Anyways, I'm just saying, I've got my gingerbread on because I'm having a puff of my granny boat. So, exactly again, where do we go from this? What do you want? Because we're going round in circles and we're not getting an answer. You said you want peace. You're not going to speak. You're not going to jump in the box. And if you want to, you can. Nobody's saying you can't. But again, Alex, please, like, if you don't want people to speak on things, stop even giving them little breadcrumbs out where we're going to say, is he fucking on about me? If you're going to be on about people, name them, because this is where it comes back to bite you in the arse. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll name you if there's an issue.
Good, because I name you every day. Because every day we've got an issue, so I'd name you directly. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't want people to think, is she on about somebody else? I name that person.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, and sound.
Right, hokey doke then, Babs. Well, listen, I hope you get the help you need, and I hope you find peace within yourself.
All right, and no worries.
Right? Hokey dokes, Babs.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Right, there you go, everybody. So wherever it goes from here, I don't know. If other people, like, I don't know what they want to say. For me, as long as I'm not getting the blame for nothing, and people are thinking I've been delving into his private life, which I haven't. Even the last time with Tony, she found her way to me the same as Steph tried to do. And so nobody can say I'm not a woman's woman, because I would, but this time I wasn't getting burned. I definitely wasn't getting burned. But again, I'm prepared to leave it if Alex just starts being truthful and honestly gets the help he needs, because I don't know. I'm not saying anything anyways, but like I say, it's done what's done. I've had me say, I've been open and honest, I'm truthful. And as long as Alex is truthful with his community as well as with himself, I think things will get sorted. Do you know what I mean? But again, I'll say it, if you don't want your private life spoke about on the app, please don't sit on here in front of God knows how many people and give them the opportunity to have the opinion on your life. Then you're going to cry about it when they start to have them opinions. That's my motto in life, and I'll still stick to it. And that goes for anybody, right? He'll have no content. Oh, see, listen, trust me to pick a fucking comment. I don't care who's got content and who hasn't. As long as I'm not getting blamed for somebody not wanting to be here no more. That was my point. That was my point, because nobody is putting that on my head. If you're a cunt, you're a cunt, and then take a bit of accountability. Things doesn't happen from one side, it's from two sides. Take that accountability, move on, or don't bring it to the app. I can't think of what else to say. That's it. Anyways, you can all piss off now. I'm going to clean up, wash my knickers, and get myself sorted, and I'll be on about 6 o'clock. Right, everybody? So have a lovely day. And thank you for everybody being in, but I just had to come on and get my say across because I wasn't being blamed innocent. Me, nor none of the clique for going behind the scenes like little rats in people's personal business. But all of that's cleared now, so we will have less chat about the clique being sly fucks, delving into things. It's done. You know it's not. It's come out of Alex's mouth. Right? Anyway, bound from that, me babbies. Have a lovely day, and I will speak to you soon. Bye, Bobs.